You are tuned in to CircuitsFM Live, the only synthwave radio show broadcasting across the Circuitverse. I am your host, the Circuit Master, and it's great to be with you this evening. I hope you are all doing well. I hope you had a great day. We have a wonderful show for you this evening. This is the first Circuits FM Live on a Monday. Of course, Circuits FM Live will be here on Friday as well. So just a little bit of a program change. But first, here are a few quick channel items before we get going tonight. First, we're live every Monday and Friday night at 8 p.m. Central Time on Rumble, YouTube, X, and Kick. I was supposed to do the plan was to do a space over on X at the same time as this stream, but I had some technical difficulties with another computer, so I'm going to have to try again for Friday night. Let's see. Second, new albums drop on Tuesday mornings at 7 a.m. on YouTube. So instead of doing the premiere tonight, we're doing the live instead. And so this album that you're getting ready to hear tonight will drop tomorrow morning uninterrupted. So you will have full access to it. Of course, and if you need synthwave between shows, Circuits FM airs live streams on Rumble, YouTube, and Kick. We have playlists on Rumble and YouTube, and you can also catch Circuits FM on the YouTube and Rumble apps on your Roku box if you have one. Finally, thank you to my channel members for your continued support. I truly do appreciate it. And let's jump into the chat real quick before we get going here. Let me open this up. William, good to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing well. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for being here. And thank you for jumping into the, it was great seeing you in the live stream. There will be I will be spinning up another live stream after this, after Circuits FM Live goes off the air. So look for that. It should be pretty quick afterwards. And let's see here. That is it for the moment, but that's okay. So this means we get to the music quicker. Let's see here. Let me transition into this. By the way, this is going to be a little bit longer than usual. This album is about 75 minutes, just short of 75 minutes. So this will be similar to a Friday night. We'll have an intermission after part one, and then of course we will jump into part two later on in the show. So plenty of music tonight, and so let's begin. Tonight, season 3 begins. Make sure I'm on the right one. Here we go. I did not make my transition yet. Here we go. Tonight, season 3 begins, and it begins at the beginning. This is the premiere of Synthwave Station, Orbital Temple, played across 2 sets, and you are hearing it for the first time along with me. One of the first civilizations in the universe looked up, heard something crossing the void, and built a temple in orbit to answer it. Not a weapon, not a colony, a machine for listening. Set 1 is the reception. First light, the long wait, and the slow drift into what the signal is saying. Set 2 is the transmission, the array at full aperture, answering back and sending it all forward. 16 tracks of cosmic synthwave in F-sharp Phrygian. The data was never lost. It was always being sent. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the reception. First light, the moment the aperture opens and something crosses the void into the array. 8 tracks through the first 2 acts of Orbital Temple. The long wait, the carrier wave, the deep archive, and the slow drift where the station stops receiving the signal and starts living inside it. It's cold out there. It's patient. Nothing here is in a hurry. Travelers, open the aperture. This is Orbital Temple. Welcome back. That was the first half of Orbital Temple. By the way, I don't believe I mentioned this earlier in the episode, but Orbital Temple will drop across platforms tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Again, it'll drop or it'll go public on YouTube at 7 a.m. It will also, if this all works out, be available on iTunes and Apple Music, Spotify, and YouTube Music tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. as well. So look for that. Before we cross into set two, I just want to say thank you to the people who keep this broadcast going, my YouTube channel members, to my VHS Vault members, Kim Tink, Shadow Governor FM, Reno Man 1, Synthwave Steve, Eric K, and Ace. And to all of my cassette rebels, CC, I see you there in the chat. Thank you. I just want to say thank you for riding along this evening. I truly appreciate it. And I appreciate your continued support. If you want to support the channel as a channel member on YouTube, the membership link is in the YouTube description below. Cassette Rebels and VHS Vault members have early access to new albums, and they have access to a growing catalog of channel member albums as well. Did my what was it? I did was it last no, it was the one of the days before I went on vacation a couple weeks ago. I did a 12-hour stream for channel members. So I'll be doing more of those as well. In addition, there will be an album for channel members dropping this weekend. So look for that. And there's some other things coming up as well. I will keep a tight lip until I'm ready for that to happen. But we should be good to go pretty soon. Let's see here. If you want to support Circuits FM on YouTube during the show, you can purchase a super sticker, super chat, or gift channel memberships. See the dollar sign next to the chat box down below. If you want to support Circuits FM on Rumble during the show, there's a tip jar next to the like button. There are Rumble rants, subscriptions, same thing as channel memberships over on YouTube, or a gift subscription or subscriptions. So there is that. And before we get into the next set, I'm going to jump into the chats real quick. Let's see here. Put this one back up. CC, good to see you. Thank you for being here again. She also says, good evening, Circuit Master. And by the way, for those who are watching this evening, maybe for the first time, this is Circuits FM Live. This is the first Monday episode generally. Before in the past, Circuits FM Live has aired on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Central Time. Of course, Circuits FM Live will be live again Friday night at 8 p.m. Same bat channel, same bat time. Or is it same bat time, same bat channel? It's been a while since I've watched that show. By the way, I like that show. I don't know if anybody else here likes the classic Batman. Let's see here. CC also says, welcome aboard. RJ over on X, well, one expands their understanding of what a jar is. Everything is kind of a jar. I would even say that the universe itself is a jar. Yes, it is, my friend. By the way, if you go over to YouTube and you put exclamation jar, you get lots of jars. So we have an interactive bot over on YouTube. Let's see here. And that's it for right now. CC says she's going to be traveling tomorrow morning. Well, safe journeys to you. And let me know how that goes. Have a good drive back. Yeah, I know you're over there in the Southwest United States. So enjoy that drive. I believe I've done the same drive, so I think I know what road you are taking. Been through that area several times. Let's see here. Let's jump into the second set. Why don't we? Here we go, travelers. And now the temple reaches full function. full aperture, the array wide open, the machine doing the thing it was built to do. 8 tracks through the back half of Orbital Temple. The array speaks, the signal blooms, and the station finally stops listening and starts sending. Everything they understood, pushed outward to whatever comes after them. This doesn't end, it propagates. Travelers, this is the transmission. This is Orbital Temple. Welcome back, travelers. That was Synthwave Station Orbital Temple, played across two sets. Its first transmission in the opening of season 3. Thank you for being here to receive or to listen to it with me. I appreciate it. The album goes out across platforms tomorrow morning on Tuesday at 7 a.m. on Apple Music, Spotify, and YouTube Music. And of course, I will be releasing it publicly here on YouTube tomorrow at 7 a.m. Currently, it is only accessible to channel members. Let's jump into the chat one last time before I say goodnight and hit the rack myself because I also have an early morning tomorrow. Let's see here. Dark Post Rock FM gave me a long live Circuits FM. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Thank you for being here this evening. Let's see here. I just also want to say thank you for the kind comments over on X as well. I appreciate it. William, good to see you. Thank you for being here with us this evening, of course. Thank you for the fantastic tunes. Great album. Cheers. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. We were bonding the other night over some Burt Reynolds stuff, some Burt Reynolds movies, which was pretty cool. Smokey and the Bandit. I remember those movies. Let's see here. Let's see if I missed any comments. Did not want to forget this. I can't answer this question right now. This would take a bit, but I do appreciate the question, CC. What was it like for you working on this album? I love it. Well, thank you so much. Everything I do is within the Circuits FM universe. And so the story behind this album is one of the first civilizations that picked up the signal from the beginning. And so it's always a joy to think about things in a very, as you noticed, the channel is very sci-fi oriented. And so to create this universe is a lot of fun. And it's honestly, when I started this, it wasn't something I thought I would be doing. And half the time, I don't know if you ever read Stephen King, but Stephen King, half like the first half of Stephen's books are basically just all build. He's just building the universe, and then the payoff comes later on. Well, some people think the payoff comes later on, but that's kind of what it feels like sometimes. And so when I get, feedback, when, people love it. That's just to me, that's just the greatest feeling. And especially tonight, and all nights. And of course, this is the first Circuits FM live on a Monday, so that also feels great as well. And then to be able to premiere this album in a Circuits FM live setting is much more my style. And I would very much rather do this and be here with you. The premieres are great. Don't get me wrong. I like the premieres, but this is nice. Let's see here. I missed this one from Joy. Doing well, getting ready for the bed. Have early morning. Yeah, I have an early morning as well. Thank you for being here. And yeah, so my vacation was great. A lot of fun. Went by a little bit too fast, as it always does. Got to hang out with Pops and watch some Twilight Zone. There was a marathon. What was it? What was the name of the branding for the marathon? Oh, it was funny. I can't think of it at the moment. Wish I could. It's getting late in the day. It was pretty funny though. I probably won't remember it before I shut this thing off, which is too bad. Um, but hold on a second. Hold on. Give me 1 second here. Um, let's see if I can find it. That's right. That's right. Yeah, it was Rod, white, and blue. Instead of red, white, and blue, it's white, and blue because of Rod Serling. That was pretty funny. By the way, there is a I just found this out recently. There is a Mandela effect regarding Rod Serling. A lot of people thought his name was Rod Sterling. Just something I kind of picked up over the last few days. Cool. Looks like I got everyone. I appreciate it. Thanks again for being here this evening. It's the first Monday Circuits FM Live. Of course, I will be back here on Friday at 8 p.m. Central Time on YouTube, Rumble, X, and Kick. And we are streaming to all 4 platforms tonight. Of course, we're double streaming over on X. So thank you to everyone who was watching on both accounts. I appreciate it. I will be, as soon as we go off the air, I will be spinning up another stream for the week. So look for that. That should be coming up sooner than later. That's all ready to go. So hopefully everything goes well. That'll be up here in the next 30 minutes. Just want to say thank you again for everything. It's a great night tonight. Really enjoyed it. Thank you, everyone, for being here. This is the Circuit Master signing off. Oh, by the way, have a great week, and I will see you Friday. Now I can say it. Circuit Master signing off.